On this week's show, the man, the legend, our favorite Aussie, Mr. Jason Haynes is back. All this more in episode 130 of the Inside Infinity podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inside Infinity, episode number 130. I'm one of your two hosts this evening. It's like a retro cast here. Will Kelly joining me once again. Jason Haynes. Jason, how are you doing tonight, buddy?
What's my catchphrase? I forget. What did I say?
Hello, good day,
Will. G'day, listeners. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's try this again. We're a little rusty. It's been a while since we've both been on camera. So, and joining me once again tonight, Mr. Jason Haynes. Jason, how are you doing tonight?
G'day, Will. G'day, listeners.
Perfect. It's like riding a bike, my friend. Oh man, it's been entirely too long. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Doing fine. Well, I'm a little sick again at the moment. That's also a retro thing. That time I had bronchitis and was coughing for like 6 months.
But the show must go on.
The show must go on. I'm good. I'm glad to be back on in this moment since I worked Easter. Happy Easter to everyone. And it's good to be available on the show. What day is it?
Awesome,
It's Tuesday for me.
Tuesday for you, Monday for me. It's like this is literally our old time off by about an hour. So we're an hour early. But yeah, it's weird, man.
The best time.
All the feels. Nostalgia.
Yeah. No green screen, but there is a green screen.
Yeah, I got you. It actually works out great. It's like you're in this really cool office.
That's cool.
Worked out. Both of our heads are ginormous, and not because of all the infinity knowledge, although that's part of it, or our egos, that's also part of it. But I had to size it up appropriately, so it's looking good. I'd like to welcome everyone who's joining us on this off day. Giving Tad a shout out first because he said he's gonna boycott if he doesn't. And fan, welcome. Cindy, good seeing you. Jason 999. I assume that is not you. This is a different Jason. This is like a Haunted Mansion Jason. Jen Allen, welcome back. Miss Kip 24 in the Dark Zone. Npan and Lim's in there. How you doing, Lim? Stacy and Tesla Blitz. Welcome everyone in this live episode of the Inside Infinity podcast. We appreciate you joining us on this off day. Jason, we don't have too much to talk about, but before
good show then.
Yeah, quick show, just like our old shows. We're in the springtime and things have changed a little bit. So yeah, we're really running out of things to talk about. What have you been up to lately? Have you been playing any Infinity? Have you just been working? I mean, that's been kind of the cause of your absence from the show.
Yeah, work. But I have been playing some Disney Infinity. I got halfway through building Pirates Walt Disney World for the Magic Kingdom Challenge, and that, didn't happen. And then I was telling you before the show, my daughter has somehow reset my Hall of Heroes, and so I threw my hands in the air and said, right, well, see you in Disney Infinity 4.0. But no, I honestly don't know what's happened. She's done something to my the toy box hub. She's done, I've got no characters in my Hall of Heroes. I'm putting figures down and it's telling me, do I want to share ownership? I'm like, what are you talking about? Some of the figures have lost their level 20 status. I don't know what's going on. It's super frustrating.
That's crazy because, if memory serves correctly, that reset ability is pretty deep in the menu system. It's like a few layers deep, and it's almost like your daughters are trolling you and intentionally resetting things for you.
It is extremely possible because all she ever says to me is she plops on the one of the play sets, one of the Star Wars places. I want to play from the start, and I'm like, not from the start. So she always has to completely restart the play set, and it's super frustrating, but that's how she plays.
Yeah,
so that's fine.
That's.
I play with her a lot though. I've been playing a lot more of the play sets, which is I'm literally a changed person. I'm like waving the flag of the play set now. It's like now that I don't have time for the toy box, I'm like, bring on the play sets. Where are the play sets?
Yeah.
It's never me. But
that's hilarious.
I do enjoy playing her, so that's good.
Logan and I, we were actually playing games just the other night, I think on my Saturday night, and we were talking about you, and because we were talking about Infinity, and he's like, yeah, I'm not like Jason, I let my girls play play Infinity with me. And I was like, no, I was like, Jason's gotten better. I mean, and he did that like towards the end of 2.0, into 3. Like your girls start
And look
playing.
what happened to me.
Yeah, yeah.
They stuffed it. What did I say? I said if they touch it, they'll stuff it.
That's true.
And here we are today.
That's true. In the position you're at. Lim in the chat is saying that this happened with the most recent update, and it happened to him as well, and he had to re-add all of his figures.
Oh, really?
Super bummed about that, because our one and only news item I was hoping was going to take care of this for you. But before we get to that, I'm also kind of bummed, Jason, because literally we're in our pre-show. You get a knock on the door and you're like, I'm busy. And it was your girls needing to come into the office and grab some Infinity figures. So I was like, it wouldn't be an Infinity show if at least they came in and interrupted you with some Infinity related stuff. So
and to their credit, I don't know. I don't think I've got a broken Infinity figure yet. Like I'm not even my what's the name? What was the Invisigirl or whatever, the one that had the head to come off? Like flawless. I've got a flawless Infinity figure collection.
Heck, even my Maleficent's head's almost falling off because I used to grab Angie by her head instead of her torso. So,
is anybody still caring about power discs? Like I still haven't completed my my 1.0 and 2.0 power disc collection, and I kind of just gave up. Do people still trade these things? Is this still going on?
Chat room, let us know. I mean, I still have all.
Oh, Mr. Complete Collection.
No.
Chat room, can you inform us?
My collection is complete.
Show us your King Mickey again, please.
Oh, you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. I'm sorry, I can't because it's under my custom made, specially sent to me by Disney King pre-release King Mickey. No, I'm totally joking about that. That didn't happen. Yeah, but it's just different.
Story here for a second.
What's that?
I don't want to blow up this early, but good friend of mine, good friend of the show, Maxi Geek, I think that's his handle on here. I tried to give him the cruise ship just this past weekend. Doesn't work anymore. What's up with that?
What? There was an article like 2 weeks ago.
About what?
About the Magic Band items. I wonder if like your Magic Band.
No, the Magic Band works, but I tried to give it to him in the past. He could invite me into his game, and it would unlock for him. That doesn't work anymore.
Did those jerks patch that out?
I think they must have.
That's brutal, man. That was such a cool
came up on my screen saying cruise ship unlocked, and then he got nothing.
Man, that was a really cool community thing, and maybe it wasn't designed that way, but it was a great kind of outcome of that, like bringing community members together just so they could that sucks. That sucks bad. I don't like that.
Disney going, you want that? You want that? You cruise. You cruise.
You cruise. You want to be a collector of all things Infinity? Well, too bad. Unless you're near a port. Oh, man. This is great.
Yeah. All started with that E3 exclusive, didn't it? And then they got big ideas.
Yeah.
We'll force them to cruise. Yeah. Next up is saying, you got to stay in a balcony room if you want that power.
Yeah, it's gonna be certain levels of like the staying in the lower decks, or the inside cabins. You're actually going to get a kind of a busted up rowboat as your cruise ship vehicle, and further you don't go to motorboat, then it'll be cruise ship.
Look forward to the Shanghai Disney exclusive, people. Look forward to it.
Oh, don't even. Anyway, people do miss your rants though.
You were saying, yeah.
I
got more.
Oh, no, it's like Power Disc though these days. They lack that. I mean, I personally prefer it this way. I know I'm not. A lot of people disagree with me, but I love the fact that I spent a couple bucks last week getting the Marvel disc, and I'm like, I'm set. I'm good. Do you miss the collectability and the hunting and the blind bags and stuff?
Oh no, I definitely don't miss the blind bag. I mean, let's get that right out the way. No, I said it. I don't know whether I said it on the show or I think tweeted it out. I really want to see Power Disc packed with figures. I love the fact that it's got that physicality to it. I like the fact that I can attach a weapon or a character by putting it on the base and making it magically appear. But I want to see them coming with the figures. Like, did you see that amazing... I should have said it before the show, but someone posted an amazing picture of a Tailspin variant of the Baloo figure. You saw that?
Yeah, I'll bring it up on screen. This is actually DisneyInfinityCodes.com.
I don't know whether you mentioned on the previous show or not, but like that would be an amazing Power Disc pack-in with Baloo, the Tailspin variant. Imagine getting the plane, and the tailspin
God.
close as a power disc packed in with the blue figure.
I'll give anything.
Like
I
that,
have it here on screen. This is from DisneyInfinityCodes.com. So
for anyone who didn't see that tweet from me, I likened it to I put up an example of an original 80s Skeletor figure. He-Man figures used to come with a comic. They used to come with weapons, and you had your character. Sometimes they had clothes variants.
yeah,
But like that's what Infinity figures should be to me. They should be coming with a toy box that's exclusively made for them, which includes brand new toys that are unlocked with the figure. Should come with a vehicle and a
yeah.
costume or a weapon power disc. That should be a Disney Infinity figure.
That's then gonna the balloon the cost. Are you okay with that result?
Yeah, I don't care. Like whatever. Like we're forced to buy it
That's
anyway.
true.
So
It's true.
like as collectors, you're like, I'm gonna get it. I can't
Yeah.
not get that balloon.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like.
True.
So a package like that makes it more exciting for me because, like, what new toys am I going to get? I can't wait to see the costume change. I can't wait to fly the tailspin plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas at the moment, you're getting it, you're opening it, you're putting it on a shelf.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you pay an extra $5 to actually be excited to use it?
Blue. Are you still referring to Blue? Blue's awesome. I still like that figure, so I'm still gonna play with that figure. But you're saying, like.
I don't know. I'm just saying there's got to be more to it. I want a story.
No, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These figures aren't coming with play sets. So
I see.
like,
I see what you're saying.
I want a brand new toy box that's exciting to play in because you know there's toys you haven't seen in it before.
And not just
you can put a story to it. Just amazing.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. And like that would be an awesome way to kind of like you could the mentors, I forget the toy boxes that they're called, but the character toy boxes, like including that in there somehow. And so like that being an exclusive that you must have that figure to play those toy boxes, not just anyone can download them. That might be kind of cool.
Because I can only assume those mentors are just sitting around with their feet up on their desks. just you know,
you want angry
sipping
tweets
on Cokes all day.
You want angry tweets from our friends, don't you?
Yes. Just
you're like, I just miss the community. I just want to be involved. Yell at me if that's all it takes.
Tweet at me, damn it. Tweet at me.
Oh man. Well, listen. Let's get to our first news item here, and then we have lots for you and I to catch up on.
We had
and
nothing
talk
to talk about on the show. There's a news item.
There is.
I'm excited.
I lied.
What is it?
Well, I was hoping this would solve your problem, but I don't think it's going to. So I'm bringing it up on screen. So shout out to Parker in our Facebook group. He posted about this. The article, I've actually been meaning to talk about this for a couple weeks now. Again, coming at you from DisneyInfinityCodes.com. I haven't tested this yet, but I'm not 100% convinced that it's working this way now. So I welcome the chat to please let me know if you've had experience with this. But basically, with the most recent update for the game and what's apparently a server-side update, is that your mobile apps and the website now will sync with whatever characters you've locked in the console. So if you put your Nick Wilde down on the console, it's going to unlock it in the app and then online without having to put in the code anymore. It seemed like it worked for me, but then my brand new Captain America, which I know I put down on the base because it came with the playset, is not showing up for me. So I'm not convinced that this works across the board. And I was hoping that, Jason, what would happen, and maybe that's the cause of the issue for you, is the fact that like whatever this update was supposed to do screwed that up for some people.
Well, I logged in just before the show because I also heard this potential update rumor from Maxi Geek, actually.
Who's in the chat? Shout out.
I wanted to see whether what my thing was, because I thought maybe this will solve my issue, but the website has forgotten characters that I have. So maybe that is the case, and it's now tracking them from now on when you put them down. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like I said,
good move forward though. Hopefully, that's the way it should be.
Well, we've literally been talking about this since year one, and so if they finally implement, like if I'm able to go to Lim, you have both consoles, both versions on the both consoles with version on each have you tested this out? I'm curious to go to my Xbox now and see if my Hall of Heroes is showing like Captain America, for example, or some of the newer characters like maybe Ultron or Hulkbuster or something. It looks like people in the chat are saying that, you know, this isn't actually a good thing for those that are PC users or mobile specific users. That being,
I thought they killed the PC app.
I was gonna say.
Did I miss that?
No, you didn't miss it. I was gonna say, surprisingly, that they're supporting them at all anymore. No, it's iOS, PC, and Apple TV. They're all mobile, Apple TV, PC are all in flux right now. They haven't been updated with the most recent content. Not even, I mean, some of it's somewhat understandable in the form of the playset, but not even like being able to play with Blue in the toy box, for example. Yeah, what do you think? You used to mess around on the PC a little bit, didn't you? Maybe not.
Yeah, no, I did. Like, I was tinkering with that back in the streaming days because I thought it'd be easier, and I always was playing with the fact, oh, it'd be much cooler to just bulk buy power disc in the PC app. It'd be cheaper and everything like that. Thankfully, I didn't spend any money with it because clearly Disney just not into that anymore.
Yeah.
And I can understand it. I mean, if you can't get the bugs out of the toy box on one platform, imagine how bad it is to get bugs out of the toy box over all these other different platforms. Like, yeah.
And that's exactly what man, I'm struggling tonight. You're throwing me off my game. That's exactly what Lloyd was saying, is like maybe it's just a return on investment thing where, you know, the way their new model is, whatever it is, we're still discovering that. Maybe it's just not economical anymore for them to update these other versions in the same way.
And it's always been weird having that digital, you know, split versus you know how the PC had a digital reader and everything like that, and the fact that you had digital power discs to use. Yeah. It was always this awkward, like, in a way that to me did devalue the other power discs, because it's like, well, why could I buy them so cheap there and not on the console?
Or the reverse, you have them unlocked and you bought it with money and it's not showing up for you. Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
All right, buddy. Well, that's it. Let us know. Tweet us if this works and if it works flawlessly for you. Like I said, it hasn't worked flawlessly for me, but I do still need to do some testing, and hopefully, Jason, that will solve your problems. That's all we got for news tonight. Jason, I know you have some notes. Is 4.0 or the continuation of 3.0 a good place to start, or do you want to take the ball and run with it?
We could start there. We could start there if you want to go.
So Jason and I, we had to talk pre-show, just like old times, you know, what the state of the world, how are you doing, what's going on with Infinity, and you know, every year we get to April time frame, and we hear about a new release, and it kind of kickstarts us. It kickstarts the show. We start doing trailer breakdowns again because we have new content to discuss, and we get super pumped, and the show kind of rises high. Well, things are a little bit different now, Jason. And what do you think of this prolonged release cycle? Assuming, you know, you brought up pre-show biannual, or is that right? Yeah, I think that works.
Yeah, biannual.
Yeah. So what do you think of that? Are you a fan of it? Do you think it's a good thing? You think it's a bad thing? What overall are your thoughts?
Well, just to be clear, because again, I'm in and out here, people, but they haven't actually announced that there will be a Disney Infinity 4.0, have they? They're just saying we're extending the 3.0 life cycle at this point.
Correct. I mean, they've said they're often used open-ended comments like for the next version or for the next release, but yeah, nothing's
so let's assume that's the case.
Okay.
That we'll see 4.0 the following year. I think it's a really great idea. I think the only condition is it better not be as broke as every other Disney Infinity game in the past. You can't take another year to produce, or not only that, it needs to feel like a significant upgrade if they're going to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want broken 3.0 carried over, so to speak. If they're going to take that step, which is what I've been asking for all along, that it should feel like a platform, it should be infinitely expandable via downloadable play sets and figures and whatnot. Like was on my top 10 list of moves to make. But yeah, it's just a question of, are they actually going to use that extra development time to do it justice? So that, because we really need to be, I don't know about you, but like deep down, I was a little disappointed between the jump between 3.0 and 2.0. Not because of the content. Content was
Yeah.
great, but it didn't feel. It's hard. It's so long ago now, but it didn't feel like a massive jump.
Yeah.
The number of 2.0 to 3.0, even though technically I'm sure it was. I don't know. I just feel like if they're going to go to that model, we need to really be wowed by the increase in polish, so to speak, that we could expect in a major tentpole
Yeah.
release. To use better words, I guess.
Well, it
But yeah,
and that was precisely. Oops, I'm totally screwing around with things here. That was precisely my one of my biggest supports of the new system, at least for 3.0, is that when a new version comes out, the thing we constantly have to deal with is all those bugs, all those things that are broken, all the things that were literally still broke. Not all of them. I mean, they've had some patches, but a lot of the things that were literally broken until last week, or 2 weeks ago when we got the current patch to patch in all the new stuff, and not having to like stress out about come August, come September, having all those launch bugs again, to me, just sounds super sweet. And that's one, I think, big positive. But you're bringing up something else I hadn't even thought of. Is like, well, if that's the case, they better not like release the game as buggy as it has been some in the
yeah.
past.
My hope is that they use what they've learnt in 3.0, particularly now that they have gone to this digital download model.
Mm-hmm.
My hope is that 4.0 will be engineered to be an even longer life
Yeah.
cycle. That they bring 4.0 out with the expectation that it'll last 3 to 4 years, but bake into the code the ability to do more regular updates to the toy box, to allow for, and I think this is huge now that it's 3.0,
Mm.
is playset carryover. Because I feel like now we've got all these crystal pieces with all these fond memories of playsets in the
Yeah.
past that are useless.
Yeah.
They're literally, it's just a key to unlock, toys. And I think moving forward, and if I have any praise for Battlegrounds, which I haven't played as yet, but I love the experimentation vibe that Disney Infinity's got. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to bring out a brawler, we're going to bring out this, but all of that means for nothing if we can't play it in 4.0. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they make a great brawler, it should be, we're going to make a brawler, we're going to build upon this brawler. So from now on, for the rest of Disney Infinity, you're going to have a Smash Brothers style brawler available to you that's going to evolve over time, but you'll always be able to
Yeah.
play that version of Disney Infinity. If you're not into that, here's our kart racing thing that we're going to continue to evolve over the platform and not just leave it for dust in the next platform. I think that's what I hope 4.0 will be, to allow them to extend that model. Even if my whole hard drive ends up filled with Disney Infinity,
Mm-hmm.
so be it. As long as I can keep the parts that I want and get rid of the parts that I don't want.
Could not agree with you more. I mean, and there, it's a constant argument, and I think that toy box artists a lot of times have opinions on this simply because they spend so much time in the toy box and they know things so well. But the argument a lot of time, I think, is, well, do you want new stuff or do you want that development time spent on things you already had? And I get that question, but both. Like, I paid for this stuff. The rest of my game is forward compatible. So why not some of my favorite experiences from the previous games? Well, from 1.0 anyway. So yeah, I mean, give me my cake and let me eat it too. Luke, who's in the chat actually, Jason, is bringing up a really good, interesting point. I think between 1, 2, and 3, the issues were more based on trying to meet launch issues, printings and such. I asked one of the producers when they were out here. He's an Aussie like you. They would be going to individual playset releases once 3.0 was out, and he said he would like that, meaning they can work on the content till it's right, rather than just working towards a big deadline. And that's great. I would love that.
Oh, totally. It's just a slow evolving platform that we've always seen. I've always seen the potential in it. It just hasn't reached it yet, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't reached that pinnacle of, But however, in saying that, like Disney Infinity, to its credit, still, even though I don't play it as much as I used to, no other game, I still get
Yeah.
excitement when a new figure's announced,
Yep.
when a new playset is announced or leaked. I,
Yep.
it's like I can't deny the fact that I'm excited to play it because you don't know what it's going to be like.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every other game, you'd be like, oh, another
Oh, oh, we lost.
what?
Oh, you're back. You're back. Every other game, we lost you at every other game, something.
Every other game, you know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Like, if a new Call of Duty comes out, you know what experience you're going to get. But Disney Infinity can be anything,
Yeah.
absolutely anything. And so there's an excitement about it. You might hate it, but you might just as equally love it.
Totally. Yeah.
That's that
That's
gamble of it. You know what I mean?
that's it's like the game is a blind bag of life.
Exactly. And worst case, you get a figure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you buy a playset, the playset might be really bad, might not be your taste, but you still got that figure to sort of, tide you over. And hey, the next one might be your bag.
Yeah.
So I love that about it. But the more, I guess, excitement stuff that coming, because I tell you, when I first heard the Disney Infinity Next thing that they're extending it, the first thing that came to my mind is, oh no, I was so looking forward to 4.0. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's those things like this. But again, why aren't they,
Oh, I'm getting losing you here.
oh, am I pixelating or
You're
what?
you're pixelated and you got your robot voice, but hopefully it's clearing up.
Yeah. Maybe pause the stream, that's probably the issue. Tell me when I'm back.
What are you downloading over there? Now you're here. You're just say something.
Testing 1, 2,
That's
3.
better. That's better. All right.
What was it saying?
I have no idea. Oh, you're excited about 4.0.
Oh, I was just saying, why aren't they extending the capabilities of the farming system in 3.0? Again, maybe that's technically hard, which is again why I'm saying 4.0, bring that out with the expectation that that'll be a continually evolving section of the game that'll
Yeah.
always have new plants to grow, new goals to set, all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Still one of my favorite parts of 3.0, even though unfortunately it kind of died out pretty quickly. But like you said, we had kind of the expectation it was going to be what happened with the interiors is that last round was kind of the introduction and they improved on it. Same with sidekicks. And hopefully that meant next round of farming was going to be a massive improvement. And hopefully that can still happen, whether it be in 3.0 or 4.0, but just hopefully we don't have to wait so long.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, because I think generally, because I haven't had time to play the toy box, I've played the play sets. I can't play the old play sets. More than ever, like I said before, when a new figure's released, I want to be excited about using that figure in something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think I've spoken in the past about how I think it's a frustrating move that they've locked this brawler just to Marvel, that it can't be all the Disney Infinity figures together. The fact that there looks like paring back on the mobile version of the game and all those sorts of things, I'd love to see them replace that with mobile specific experiences that aren't the full-blown Disney Infinity thing. Like I'm absolutely addicted at the moment to the
Magic Kingdoms?
Star Wars game.
Oh.
No, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Play it every day.
Really? That's their Clash of Clans game, isn't it? With the base, it's kind of like a watered down RTS.
No. It's literally just a number cruncher. It's like Final Fantasy turn-based fighting with Star Wars characters.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
And it's just a vicious cycle of just fight, spend your credits on upgrading your characters. It has zero. What's the word? I won't even say gameplay about it, yet it's so addictive.
That's crazy. That's funny.
So I'm like, just give me something like that. Like, give me a specific farming app, something while I'm on my commute to work each morning that I could be doing something with my Disney Infinity
Yeah.
characters
Yeah.
and be totally excited about putting that new character down. So yeah, companion experiences that's, yeah, again ties in with Disney Infinity is what I want right now. And again, so that when new characters come out, you're like, I can't wait to use that character in this part of
Mm.
Infinity, or that character's going to go really well in this part of Infinity. I just want this to be a true playground of Disney Infinity, so that I just get to play with cool
Yeah.
characters when they're released.
Yeah. Totally.
So that's my hope.
We'll see if it comes
And
to
I'm just
fruition.
assuming they haven't done it for 3.0 because I think to have that form of gameplay, it's a complete rewrite, which is why I'm hoping they've delayed 4.0. Because what other reason could it be? Why wouldn't you extend indefinitely the 3.0 model if you're going to stick with that model?
Well, we don't. I mean, we don't know. They could pull a
That's
Lego
true.
Dimensions and they just say that okay, 3.0, the engine is what it is. Now we're just going to be patching in content.
Yeah.
I mean, they could improve on farming just within the current gameplay mechanics. As an example, they could create companion apps and just say, okay, the next September rolls around and they have a massive download. And that download is still running 3.0, and the 3.0 disc is going to be the license that gets you to play that. But now it's just Disney Infinity. There's no longer... we had 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and now we have Disney Infinity. And now everything from that point forward is going to be download only, with the exception of when they do finally get to a major engine revamp, if they were to ever do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. It's interesting. I guess time will tell where the chips fall.
It's such a big game. I mean, there's so many, facets. Like, I don't know. We're such an integral show. I don't know how much you've spoken about some of the leaks that have happened over the last
So
few weeks.
so we haven't said the only leaks we've specifically discussed. We haven't shown off pictures. I don't think of any of the Finding Dory stuff, and we can say that because Disney themselves teased it, and we haven't shown
Right.
off pictures. I don't think of any of the Alice stuff, but we have discussed them.
Okay, so the Alice stuff.
Hmm.
My thing on that is like, hate it. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just
because it's not a classic.
because it's not
Yeah,
classic. Like, I don't understand this mentality. Why are we getting classic Baloo when there's a Jungle Book coming
totally.
out? Who's making these decisions to
Well,
give us these other Alice things that a film hasn't even come out yet?
so Baloo is an easier swing because like who's gonna want a freaking massive grizzly bear?
It could be cool.
A true to life version. Actually, that would kind of be cool, but it's not very Disney Infinity. Whereas
No.
whereas Mad had humanoids or yeah, I don't know.
But anyway,
Yeah, I
again,
hear
the
you.
point is, because I stated this ages ago. My fear was because you've seen the teaser trailer to Pete's Dragon.
Hmm.
Clearly, that Pete's Dragon, the dragon, looks nothing
Yeah,
like the original Pete's Dragon,
yeah,
right? So, I'll be devastated if we don't get the original Pete's dragon figure. But at the same time, I'm like, my kids do, but you can't discount the whole. This younger generation will only know the latest stuff.
yeah.
Most
Agreed.
parents that aren't Disney fans aren't going to make them watch the original Alice in Wonderland. So there's obviously financial reasons to do figures on whatever
Hmm.
the actual film coming out is. But where's the respect for the classic fans? I still feel like there should be something in place to why can't they make everyone happy? What's their
Yeah.
plan to make the original Alice people happy, at the same
Well,
time?
it's super easy. Make and it doesn't matter. I mean, I would prefer to have a classic Alice figure and then a costume change for movie Alice, but that's probably not gonna fly with the bean counters. They're gonna want movie
Yeah.
Alice figure form. But okay, fine. If that's the decision, then give us. And we don't know. They haven't said anything about the power disc. At least I haven't seen any leaks. But
Yeah.
But please, please, please don't do what you did with Maleficent. Give us the costume
Oh,
change disc for classic Alice
yeah.
and the Mad Hatter
Yeah.
while you're at it. Although Mad Hatter
That's what I mean.
would look quite different in the game versus
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, again, I think it comes down to, again, had this idea for a long time. They need to bring out the in toy store vibe. Like, if you can't give me a physical figure for Alice, at least give her a statue or some
mm,
representation. This is what the figure would have looked like if we were to produce a physical figure. It's like all those really sweet. I suppose you would have shown that. What do you call it? Deadpool figure that someone, modeled. Uh, did you see that?
no, I did not see that.
Oh, sweet Deadpool out there. Ask them about it. Of a
Really?
Disney Infinity style. Um, but anyway, I just wish there was something internal because, as I said, I'm not that worried if they don't give me a physical figure. Obviously, that'd be
Uh
nice.
huh.
But just some representation of it in game is, the next best thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, kind of.
And I just think, what's it going to hurt them? Like, it's not going to be that much work.
How would you like to see them implemented, though? That like
All right, well, let's put it
throwback.
this way. I reckon maybe this idea. I'll just come up with this now. If the costume discs alter the in-game model, and maybe you can actually set what your default is. So when you go to a Hall of Heroes, instead of the stupid hologram statues and all that sort of stuff, I like that stuff.
Hmm.
I like the statues, but I'd love there somewhere into game to actually see a render of the actual model, what it looks like.
Yeah, that would
You
be
know what I mean?
cool. Yeah, that would be really
Something
cool.
in game that you could see. This is what the package looked like that it came in. This is what it.
Oh, that's
This
a
is
cool
what it is.
idea.
Mint in box when you bought this thing. Here's a representation of it in game. And then, so if you put the costume disc down for original Alice, it's this internal. Here's what it would have looked like if we had released it. This is what the box would have looked like. This is what the figure would have looked like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
Yeah,
Give us that virtual toy store again, where it's just a wall of action figures, and then you could
yeah,
like you could do in lots of other games, or you could have just the packaging that you could then rotate around and look at stuff. That's a cool idea.
exactly.
I like
I
that.
think so.
It's a
I think so.
relatively cheap way of providing a little bit of that experience.
That's right. And you'll have a little bit of kickback saying, no, no, everything's got to be a figure. But I'm just like, well, for those specific examples where you've got clearly an Alice character, it doesn't make sense. Everyone was up in arms about the second Captain America figure. So
Yeah.
I think whatever decision you go with, you've got to stick with
Yeah. Yep.
as far as the actual physical figure is concerned. But, give the true fan the ability to, alter it in game to say, no, no, I'm sticking with the classic Alice in my game. So when I put this figure down, regardless, I want classic Alice appearing, not new Alice.
That'd be cool. I really like that
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Mechanically, I'd be
4.0.
interested.
Like that.
4.0, there you go. Document it. Another Jason idea.
Yeah,
You know it's going to make it into the game at some point. They always do eventually.
yeah, eventually. You briefly mentioned that Magical Kingdoms game
I'm
on the thing.
obsessed.
Can't stand it. No,
What?
can't
Well,
stand
it's
it.
bad. It's a
I
game loft
installed
game.
it and I thought, nah, I played it for like 5 minutes. I thought I was hoping it was going to be like theme park,
No.
or roller coaster tycoon. I was expecting a deep Disneyland theme park builder where I'm going to be able to set prices on churros and stuff.
Then
And
you
it's
haven't
nothing.
played
It's a
enough.
it's a push button. I deleted it.
You haven't played enough iOS games if that's what you were expecting, because
Oh,
this is the genre, and it's really slow progress. That being said, Raul Masfuego is a listener of the show. He and we tweet each other daily about our progress. He's like, "What level are you on now? I got 8 hours left to Pizza Planet. What about you? I just unlocked
yeah,
Zerg and all this fun stuff." But
yeah.
you're missing
Waste of
out.
time. I'm
We'll
wasting
get
just as much time on Star Wars, but
yeah, a
leave it
mindless
wide
crunching
open.
game.
Let's bring out the Disney Infinity theme park builder playset,
Yeah,
please.
please.
That'd be amazing.
That's
Imagine that, unlocking toys as you do it, like you're unlocking the theme park attraction. Oh,
like
so good.
you could go section by section. I would give anything. That would make this game perfect to me. We're close now,
Yeah.
but that would make it perfect. Maxi Geek in
Call me
chat.
Disney. I'll give you all the ideas.
You're still the idea man. Maxi has a question for us. Would we like to see an advanced mode for the toy box, which lets creators allow things to clip, letting you bunch trees together, clipping walls together to avoid those weird displacement issues? I think it'd be great. That's his quote, not mine. What do you think? You're a ex toy box artist.
Don't call me ex.
I'm just kidding.
My
on hiatus.
My Pirates toy box would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, look, I'm all about, and this is when I say update toy box, I think the toy box should have monthly updates. I think we should all be looking forward to each month, end of month, what's in the January update.
Yeah.
And there should be hype towards
cool.
constant build up to new toys and like these types of games I'm talking about, which I call like persistent games like Farbig and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the toys that allow toy box creators to create those experiences. Because toy boxes are still very much, you play it, you enjoy it, you throw it out.
Yeah, but isn't that a playset? I mean,
what?
Isn't that the same?
That's what I'm talking. Are you talking about? I'm saying toy boxes feel like playsets at the moment.
Right.
Right. I'm saying give us the tools to make toy boxes that are more like the stupid Magical Kingdoms iOS game, where something that you want to grind a toy box each day. You know what I mean? Give us the tools so we can create grind fest.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No. Okay, I see what you're saying. Like. So MMOs, or I'm really into the Division, like some of our viewers are right now. It's a co-op kind of an MMO. It's an MMO light. Well, a frequent trope in MMOs is something called daily quest. It's like they're the quests you've run over and over again, yet it's the daily one you run for special whatever. It's what you get the day's currency, or you get special drops or something like that.
Yeah.
And not having like quests per se, but having daily activities, daily build challenges that isn't easy to game. Like, use the spline tool 5 different times, because then people just like go into an empty toy box, and I don't know how you do that, but that is a freaking brilliant idea.
That's what we need. Like, you just need toys that allow people to create these. And imagine this, right? This is right out of the box.
Okay.
But what if they developed a mode in the toy box that was designed to build mobile specific games? So they literally changed the screen size. So when you're developing, it's in a locked off state. So you're effectively building toy boxes that are designed for a mobile handset, so that you can create mobile toy boxes.
Yeah, ones that are more
experiences like that. You can just sit there and do the push button stuff.
Yeah.
And just define, and so like toys that are going to put buttons on the mobile display that only will play in a mobile context, so to speak. That's the kind of out of the box thinking we need.
Well, and if you are discussing the idea of a constantly evolving platform, then we might need something like this, something to mix it up, not just more toys in the toy box or more content.
And the other thing I'd love to see eventually is a lot more Minecraft-esque, like literally 20, 30 people in a toy box at the same time, building a massive project together simultaneously.
Like a server-based model.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to see in the future also. So there could be some really cool, exciting, big, community projects.
Yeah. And what you're saying, just for clarification, because we've talked about this before, you're not saying, like right now we have online co-op boxes, but you mean persistent boxes that, Jason, you can log in at 11 p.m. Australian time, and then the next day I can log in at 8 p.m. my time, and I can see all your progress because it's all one world.
Totally, stuff like that. Because, at least last time I tried, you still, even building with 2 people, you can't really do. Yeah. It takes up so much memory. Stuff breaks all the time. Like when we were trying to build our haunted mansion, the what was it? The path tool didn't work.
It was
as soon as you got 2 people building together,
and the camera system broke.
Yeah. Useless.
Yeah.
Absolutely useless. So all this stuff needs to be fixed, no doubt. But hopefully an extra year of programming. And you assume, because it kind of is the way it is, that play sets are farmed out to other developers.
Yeah.
and so the core Avalanche team can focus 100% on getting that stuff correct.
I love it. See, all they've done is created an expectation for us to expect the world on whatever the next thing is. Oh,
It's
just
yeah,
kidding. Um,
it's it's all good. As I said,
yeah,
like the fact is that they've got us in handcuffs because Disney characters are so cool.
yeah.
Like, so, and the fact that it's a toy, it almost doesn't matter what the game that comes out is. You're still excited to have the toy and have that toy come to life.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Agreed.
just, yeah, I just think, me as an example, everyone's taste is going to change. There's Disney Infinity players out there right now that don't have kids, like yourself, uh,
Who, me?
that if you had kids, your expectations of the game and what you want out of the game changes.
Well, it's because you
How can
kind of,
you? It's hard to make a game that's going to please everyone.
yeah.
But I said my tastes are changing. I'm like, because of my lack of time, I'm like, I just really want to enjoy play sets now. But that frustrates me because there's such a limited character usage
Yeah.
in the terms of a play set. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool.
Oh man, this is awesome. What else you got on the list? We're kind of running up to our time
No,
limit
just
here.
end the show. I'll be back. No time.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we were discussing before the show that
Yeah.
I'll just randomly pop up.
We have a really good idea on a way that we can include you a little bit more.
Yeah,
Not include
yeah.
you a little bit more because you have a permanent spot, but to have
Do-
your availability work out a little bit better. How about that?
Definitely, definitely. Because I love this game. As I said, I
Yeah.
love this game even when I'm not playing it. Like I absolutely love it, and I'm excited for everything that's coming in the future. And I'm probably like you. I'm kind of more excited about whatever it is next for Disney Infinity because I know they got that more time. And what
Yeah.
does that equate to? Which is awesome. And I don't have to feel bummed about the fact that I don't get to go to E3 this year and got all those free figures and. Like even D23 is like 2017, right? So
Yeah,
like that's
and
the new target date.
they announced, well, that's normal because D23 is every other year, but they announced that it's going to be the biggest Disney event in the history of Disney events. So I'm like, oh, so we have
Go
that to
fund
look
me
forward
now,
to.
people. Let me go.
There you go. There you go. Start, yeah, start saving, donate at jasonhaines.com or what. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it definitely makes sense why Disney's not at E3 this year because of that. But it's also cool to know that that's probably not the only reason because a lot of big name devs aren't going to E3 this year, at least how they have in traditionally in previous years. So Disney is not they're not alone in their decision.
No. And I guess the interesting thing will be how what the release schedule looks like. How often are they planning on releasing these new play sets? How many more figures are there to come out? Because all bets are off now that they're digitally downloading the figures. They could produce figures in no time. Has there been any updates on the Peter Pan figure yet?
No update. Nope. Still looking like August. Is the last thing they said.
If they took my brand idea of putting packaging toy boxes, brand new toy boxes with the new toys with those figures, man, the excitement goes through the roof every time a figure is released. You're like, what cool new... Maxi Geek was showing me some of the unlocks you get with the Battlegrounds playset. Just seeing brand new toys of the toy box is exciting to me.
Yeah.
Remember how excited we were when we saw the bridge from the Sleepy Hollow bridge? How it made the sounds in it?
Yeah. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
I love that stuff. Like, that justifies a figure purchase for me. If I could get a figure, and like I said, that Tailspin plane. Imagine getting a Tailspin plane, Tailspin theme song going. It's like money justified. I pay $30 for that figure.
Yeah, totally in a heartbeat. Your
Like,
special is a cloud kicker surfing on the back on the tail.
dude, like, it's not hard.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I just love all that stuff. So, but at
That's
the moment, as I
awesome,
said,
man.
figures are just like, figures look cool, so I'll buy it or I have to have it because I'm a Disney fan. But it'd just be nice to have that little bit extra
Yeah.
on top.
Well, and we say these things just like all of our friends who are chatting with us, or all of our people, or our friends who listen and watch us after the fact, because we're passionate. Like we love the game so much, we want it to be perfect for everyone, and yeah, so that's why we always have these opinions on it.
Yeah, it'd be nice one day to not feel like you're a grown man playing a kiddie's game. Um, it'd be nice to
Yeah.
have that global respect. There's a little
Right.
bit of a stigma that goes along with the with the Disney Infinity collector. That's our age.
At least you have
Imagine even more so for the
childless.
childless, like
Yeah.
someone else. So I can at least like, oh yeah, that's kids. I love that. Yeah.
Who are you
No, I
referring
up
to,
to all the
Jerk?
time. I always tell them people at work, yeah, I'm a Disney Infinity toy box artist. That's what I tell people at
That's
work.
right.
When
And
they
you
ask what
are.
I do, I was like, that's what I do. Yeah.
You forgot the accomplished, award-winning.
Oh, I might mention that.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
Oh, great.
yeah, no, it's all good. It's good to be back. As I said, I hope to be back more often, as we just discovered before this show, and just hopefully Disney continue to give us news.
Yep. Yep. Agreed. Well, we're getting it for sure. I mean, we're getting the next now, and they say it's gonna happen when needed, but kind of at a bi-monthly schedule. So,
I mean, full disclosure, I haven't watched Toy Box
TV.
TV in ages. Have you seen that at all? I don't want
I
to call us out here, but
well, I have, but you get an excuse because like you don't even get to play the game, so you can't even go into the El Capitan to watch it. So,
well, I have seen a few episodes, and they totally went Disney, didn't they? Is there still the off the cuff version? Like, it's
there's
gone all scripted Disney. Someone's clamped down
yeah,
on the
yeah,
free
totally.
flow of that show. That's why you got to listen to us.
the Toy Box TV Unfiltered.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to say
That's
After Dark because that's a different show.
No, let's just call it After Dark.
Okay,
That's all right.
let's screw it.
We can go there. That's fine.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
it's clearly makeup chairs. It's all that. It's like
Yeah,
a bit of a
it's-
sellout show these days.
Well,
So I stopped watching it.
Stop that. Stop that. It's good because year one we made comments about the production value, and it's nice that they have the resources, so let them have it. But Toy Box TV Live is still kind of what we know and love. So that's where you
True.
can
And
get your
and
live
it
fix.
is still very fun.
Yeah.
It's good fun that is thankfully a lot tighter. So
Yeah.
you're right. It's good stuff. Good stuff. And
Oh.
while I'm here, congratulations to everyone in the last 6 months that's placed a toy box. It looks like they've also improved the amount of like toy box awards they're giving out to not the same people every week.
I'm not touching that with the 10-foot pole.
Oh, okay, right. All right. Yep, I look forward to the inbox
What-
filling on that one.
We'll wait for the post-show discussion on that one, the after show. Awesome. And that's not a dig at Disney, by the way. It's not a dig at anyone, but it's not a reference. Anyway, I'm going to stop before I say anything I shouldn't. Jason,
Get out.
I think that is a great way to send us off.
Yeah, controversially.
Controversial. So I know you're super busy now with work. People are super excited. I'm sure they're going to be excited that you were on this week's show. People still want to talk to you and like reach out to you and see how you're doing and stuff. So people can just hit you up on Twitter. Is that the best place to go these days?
Absolutely. Twitter's the best place to do that. Yes. In fact,
And-
that's about the only place I communicate with people.
And for those that weren't paying close enough attention tonight, you praised things and you were more positive about things than you put on your rant hat. So you're still very much a fan and passionate about the game. So people should involve you since you can't be on the show as much
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
yet. All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's going to wrap up this week's. Thank you so much for coming back on the show again. This is not my show. It's our show. It always has been. And Lloyd, shout out to Lloyd. He is on taking a much-needed vacation. He was sorry he couldn't be here with you tonight, Jason, but it kind of worked out perfectly because you were able to jump on tonight and while he was on vacation. So,
Definitely.
all right,
Hope he's
everyone.
enjoying it.
Thank you so much for watching this week. Stay tuned. We're going to get more Jason in the very near future. Until then, or until next week, we hope your week is filled with infinite possibilities. Bye, Jason. we we hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Inside Infinity podcast. If you like what we do, please subscribe to us and follow us. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Disney Infinity TV. Become a patron. We thank all of our patrons. You see our Hall of Heroes scrolling at the top of the screen each and every week. We thank everyone who's contributed. If you can't contribute that way, we just appreciate you following along, watching us, listening to us, subscribing, following, liking, all of the above. Thank you so much. We look forward to next week.